Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Cycle on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Jumai Manson. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has commissioned the Nigerian Immigration Service Technology Innovation Complex at its headquarters in Abuja. President Tinubu was received by the Minister of Interior Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo and the Comptroller General of Immigration Kemi Nandam. The Delta Complex comprised the Command and Control Center, Regular Migration, NIS Data Center, ECOWAS Biometric Card Production Center, Interior Data Center, and 0.5 kW solar power plant. In her opening address, the Comptroller General of Immigration, Kemi Nandam, said Bola Ahmed Tinubu Technology Innovation Complex will ascertain the risk level of persons entering the country, detect patterns, and monitor unmined borders in hard-to-reach areas nationwide. The National Orientation Agency, NOA, has said that it will translate the proposed tax reform bills and other critical national issues into 36 Nigerian languages to enhance public understanding and engagement. The Director General of the agency, Lanre Isa Onolu, represented by the Director of Personnel Research and Statistics, NOA Headquarters, Abuja, Inuwa Yusuf Kobi, said that at an in-town hall meeting in Maiduguri, Isa Olu said the initiative will counter misinformation and promote a better understanding of tax reform designed to simplify the tax system, eliminate multiple taxation, and ease the burden on low-income Nigerians. According to him, misinformation for social media has led to the politicization of tax reform bills and stressed the need for public enlightenment through local languages and community engagement. The Senate Committee on Power has clarified that 2023 Electricity Act does not grant states the authority to enforce technical electricity standards. In a goodwill message delivered at the Nigerian Electricity Management Service Agency and NEMSA 4th edition of the Stakeholders Roundtable for the Enforcement of Technical Standards, Regulations and Mandates in Abuja, Committee Chairman Senator Enyinnaya Abaribe urged for an amendment to the 2023 Act. He emphasized that the law should explicitly prevent states from enforcing technical standards, stressing the need for the federal law to supersede state law in this area, warning that a clear legal framework is necessary to prevent individuals from arbitrarily setting technical standards. The House of Representatives has directed the FCT Police Command to allow a 90-day grace period for vehicle owners in the territory to comply with directive on tinted windows and covered number plates. The House also instructed the command to cease the indiscriminate harassment of motorists, to release vehicles impounded solely for these violations, further directing the Committee on Police Affairs to engage with the Nigerian Police Force leadership to establish clear enforcement guidelines for such directives in the future. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion of urgent public importance by Mukhtar Tolani Shagai. Additionally, the House called on the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture to collaborate with relevant stakeholders to launch a public enlightenment campaign, informing citizens about regulations and the process for obtaining the necessary permits or making required modifications to their vehicles. On aviation matters now, the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection of Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, Michael Ochemagu, has said that the authority is ready to sanction any airline that delayed ticket refund to passengers. Ochemagu made this known in a statement in Abuja, saying tickets refund compliance regulations remain central to the NCAA's consumer protection agenda. He said, the time had come for airlines to adhere strictly to refund timelines, as failure to comply will attract immediate sanction under Part 19 of the regulations. The Police Command, the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, has banned the process of prescribed Islamic movement of Nigeria to commemorate the 2024 Islamic Calendar Day of Ashura in Abuja. This is contained in a statement issued by the Police Public Relations Officer in the FCT, SP Josephine Ade. The police said intelligence had it that members of the prescribed group are planning a procession to mark the 2024 Islamic calendar day of Ashura. And according to the police, an intercint have shown that such activities carried out by members of the IMN often result in significant disturbances, leading to acne chaos within the territory. The police spokesperson therefore warned any individual or member of the prescribed organization to refrain from or shun any intended form of protest or procession in the FCT. The magistrate court sitting Ado-Ekiti has denied the human rights activist Dele Farotimi bail. Farotimi was arraigned in court for alleged defamation of the founder of Afe Babalola University, Ado-Ekiti. Arafe Afe Babalola, in his ruling at the resumed sitting, the presided magistrate Abayomi Adeosun adjourned the application of bail to December 20th after counsel of the police, Samson Osubu, proved that the bail application submitted by the defendant was incompetent and irregular. The Federal High Court in Ado-Ekiti State had on Monday granted Farotimi a 50 million naira bail with a surety in like sum and landed property. The case was adjourned to January 29th, 2025. A Federal High Court Territory High Court sitting at Maitama has remanded the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, in Kuje Prison. Justice Mariam Anine issued the remand order after she adjourned the defendant's trial till February 25th, 2025. The development came on a day the court dismissed an application the former governor filed to be released on bail, pending determination of the case against him. Bello, who piloted the affair of Kogi State from 2016 to 2024, is facing trial over his alleged complicity in 110 billion naira fraud, and he is answering to a 16-count charge. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, preferred against him and two officials of Kogi State government, Oricha and Abdusalami Haudu, who were cited as second and third defendants in the matter. The Israel governor have been in detention since November 25th. Now on education, the Minister of Education will chair the long-awaited 2024 policy meeting in Abuja by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Examination JAM, as all is now set for admission into the nation's tertiary institutions. The policy meeting, usually attended by vice chancellors of universities, rectors of polytechnics, monotechnics, and innovation and enterprise institutes, provosts of College of Education and other critical stakeholders, will authorize the commencement of this year's admission, consider and approve the guideline for the 2024 admission exercise, review the performance of the 2023 admissions exercise, as well as the 2024 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination UTME performance of candidates. The board in its weekly news bulletin stated that this year's exercise will also feature the National Tertiary Admissions Performance Merit Award, where the overall winner will receive 500 million naira and other consolidation prizes will share 250 million naira collectively. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi San and the President of the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) Mazi Afam Osigwe San has expressed support for integrating the youth in the anti-corruption fight. Speaking at the commemoration of the International Anti-Corruption Day with the theme, "With Uniting Youth Against Corruption, Shaping Tomorrow's Integrity," Fagbemi said the youth have throughout history been at the forefront of transformative movement. Similarly, while addressing the press to mark the United Nations Day, Osigwe called on the National Judicial Council (NJC), the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), and others to institute a lifestyle audit mechanism to identify officials living above their means as deterrents against corruption. As part of events to mark the International Anti-Corruption Day, the Minister for Youth Development, Ayodele Oluwande, has announced the setup of a youth help desk as a platform for youths to report cases of corruption and seek help when needed. The minister made the announcement during his address at an event to mark the Anti-Corruption Day themed Uniting with Youth Against Corruption, Shaping Tomorrow's Integrity, held at the UN House in Abuja. Olawande, who lamented the statistics of youth young persons, denied justice in the correction system, and the goal of the ministry was to create a system that protects, supports, and empowers every young Nigerian, adding that the country's economic hardship, lack of opportunities, and weak institutional structures often push young people towards crime. You're watching News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. When News Cycle returns, United Kingdom and Germany agree action plan to tackle migrant smugglers. Details of this, as well as business and sports stories, coming right after this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is a News Cycle on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. On our business desk, the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC, have reluctantly opposed President Bola Tinubu's controversial tax reform bill currently under consideration by the National Assembly, citing potential violation of the Constitution. In a 9-page memorandum signed by its chairman, Mohammed Bello Shehu, detailed various legal, constitutional, and technical objections to the proposed legislation. The Commission emphasized that Section 162, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, exclusively empowers it to determine an equitable revenue sharing formula among the 3 tiers of government, guided by principles of fairness and justice. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, has said the new Port Harcourt refinery is over 90% completed. The Port Harcourt Refinery Company, PHRC, operates 2 refineries, the old plant with a capacity of 60,000 barrels per stream day and the new facility with 150,000 barrels per stream day, bringing the refinery combined crude processing capacity to 210,000 barrels per stream day. The Group Chief Executive Officer of NNPC, Malikiari, stated this when leaders of both the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress, TUC, visited the facility in Rivers State. Kiali, represented by NNPC's Executive Vice President Downstream, Ishaku Abdullahi, said the new Port Harcourt refinery is under rehabilitation and would be updated soon. Global oil prices experienced a slight decline, dropping to $72 per barrel following the dramatic overthrow of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The political turnover concerns about political disruption in the region, prompting Brent oil, the global oil benchmark, to fall by 0.11% to $72.02 per barrel. Similarly, the U.S. West Tax Intermediate WTI crude oil dropped 0.20% to $68.23 per barrel as of 09.50 WAT. The drop in prices followed a more than 1% rise on Monday, reflecting initial uncertainty about the situation in Syria. These drops indicate that although Syria is not a major oil producer, its strategic location and alliances with Russia and Iran contribute to its significance in the global oil market. On our business desk now, Chinese President Xi Jinping has warned that there would be no winners in the trade war with the United States and vowed that the country would hit its growth goal for the year. Former U.S. President Donald Trump, who returns to the White House next month, unleashed a grueling trade war with China during his first term in office, lambasting alleged intellectual property theft and other unfair practices. He has pledged to impose even higher tariffs on China after taking office on January 20th, as Beijing is grappling with a shaky post-pandemic economic recovery. Brazil's President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva has undergone surgery following a brain hemorrhage caused by a recent fall. The Syrian-Lebanese hospital in Sao Paulo made the announcement, stating that the operation was completed without complications and Lula is doing well and under monitoring in an intensive care unit. Britain and Germany have signed a joint action plan aimed at tackling migrant smuggling gangs as European Interior and Migration Ministers met in London to boost cooperation. Beijing's Nicole Demore and Annelies Valandier, France Bruno Retailleau, Germany's Nancy Fraser, and Dutch Minister Marjolein Faber all joined UK Home Secretary Yet Cooper and British Border Security Commander Martin Haywood for talks. Ex-police chief Haywood was appointed by British Prime Minister Keir Starmer in September to help deliver on his pre-election pledge to smash the people smuggling gang. A growing issue among European nations, increasing irregular migration, was also a major theme during the UK's July election, which swept Starmer's Labour Party to power. So far this year, nearly 34,000 undocumented migrants have reached British shores across the English Channel, arriving on dangerous, flimsy vessels. At least 70 people have died, marking 2024 the deadliest year on record. In sports now, West Ham stars Gerard Bowen and Thomas Tuchel dedicated Monday's vital 2-1 win over Wolves to Michail Antonio as their teammates recovered from a horrific car crash. Jamaican striker Antonio needed surgery on a lower limb fracture after being cut off his Ferrari following the terrific accident in Iping. West Ham boss Julian admitted it was a miracle the 34-year-old had survived the crash. Hammers fans held a minute applause for the Antonio in the 9th minute to match his shirt number. Nigerian striker and 2013 AFCON winner Brown Idaye has joined 9-time Nigerian champions Ayimba until the end of 2024-25 season. Sporting director of Abba Giants and ex-international Ifeanyi Ekwueme confirmed this during the talks have been going on for a while and was completed on Monday. 36-year-old Idaye has been without a club since leaving Kowate since Al Umark in 2022, but is now set to stage a return to Nigerian's top flight, taken after former international teammates Ahmed Musa and Abdullahi Shehu, who are currently playing for Kano Pillars. The move will also mark the return of Idaye to the domestic scene 70 years after he left Ocean Boys in 2006. Now, in tennis world, *1 Anya Sabalenka has been voted the WTA Player of the Year after securing 4 titles in 2024. The Belarusian retained the Australian Open in January before winning the US Open in September, her 3rd Grand Slam single triumph. The 26-year-old also secured victories at the Shentanani Open in August and Bahum Open in October, becoming the first woman to win the event 3 times. In October, she became world winner, ending a Liga-scarred 11-month stay at the summit despite missing Wimbledon with injury, while Sabalenka also opted out for Olympics in August to prioritize her health. She finished the season with a 56-14 win-lose record. This makes it the first time Sabalenka have been named Player of the Year, with Swiatek triumphing in 2022 and 2023. And that's it on News Cycle. But let's take a quick look at our top stories again. President Bola Tinubu has commissioned the Nigerian Immigration Service Technology Information Complex at its headquarters in Abuja. A federal Capital Territory High Court sitting at Maitama has remanded the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, in Kogi prison. And in business, we brought to you that global oil prices experienced a slight decline, dropping to $72 per barrel following the drastic overthrow of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. And on our foreign news, British and Germany have signed a joint action plan aimed at tackling migrant smuggling gang as European Interior and Migration Ministers meet in London to boost cooperation. And finally, on sports, we brought to you that world #1 Anya Sabalenka has been voted the WTA Player of the Year after securing 4 titles in 2024. And that's it on News Cycle, and it came to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. Now, a quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, on Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @GlobalTVNG. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching.